What's up, my friends? Just going to do a quick video talking about what's new, and you're going to find all of these things in the deluxe box and also the upgrade pack. And so the upgrade pack will come in the new box, and so you can get rid of the old one. And yeah, let's just get started. This box is going to be 8 by 8 by 2.5, I believe. At least that's the current measurements, and it's going to have a really nice insert inside, so you can put all of the cards in sleeves. Sleeve cards will fit inside the box along with all of the boards and the tokens, everything. Everything is going to fit really easily and nicely inside the box, inside the insert. So I know a lot of you are really excited about that. You've been saying mostly nice, sometimes not so nice things about the box online for a while. And let's actually go ahead and just do talk about the add-ons, the Playmats. So here's the first one with the market, and you've got the market board, and you can put the new board right there on top of that if you want, with the dual layers, or you can just leave it like this. It's up to you. It makes it a little more portable or something like that. But yeah, then you can put your cards out on, so you can grab some cards here and kind of put them here. I'm just throwing these out there. Don't at me about like, oh, that doesn't go there. But I'm just showing you the setup. But the cool thing about this is, all right, so this is where the cards are vertical, but on the back, let's say you wanted to do a vertical mat, but then put the cards sideways, just depending on your table setup. I know a lot of you have different shapes, different sizes of tables, so we wanted to give you both options. And also the boards. On the front will have one side, and on the back it will have the other layout. And so hopefully that makes the game just a little more accessible, a little easier for you to get it to the table and have some fun. This is just a prototype. The final version will be double stitched, really high quality, really nice stuff. Really excited for that. Then the other playmat is going to be a place where you can put all of the territories and kind of throw them out here. Again, I'm just going to kind of throw some out here for you to be able to see what it would look like. Just kind of put a few. But what's cool with the graphic designer, he put an old school map of Rome back behind here. So this is literally Rome, the city of Rome, behind the card spaces. And so that's kind of a cool little touch, I thought. And so you can kind of make those cards, you lay them out like that, make them a lot easier to pick up and put back down. Again, double stitched on the outside. And then some people were talking about the original barbarian tokens, which I understand because they were kind of small, right? They got the job done. You knew there was a barbarian there, and then you could see his stats. But some of y'all would rather have some bigger numbers. I understand that. And so we have replaced those with these bigger tokens. And so it will go like that when it's not revealed, and then you just kind of flip it over, and then you got the nice art. It's a little bit bigger. Again, this is a prototype. Everything you see here, prototype, is going to be a whole lot better in the final. Makes the numbers and everything a lot more visible and easier to see. And speaking of, we'll talk about the trade tokens and just the tokens in the game. So the original tokens, again, also kind of small, and again, got the job done, did what you needed, but we wanted some bigger, thicker. These are just chipboard. The final version are going to be wood, and that's going to be screen printed. It's going to have the icon screen printed on there. So again, just a lot easier to see, a lot easier to pick up and manipulate. So pumped about that. And then also for add-ons, we have some card sleeves. I know these cards are kind of strange sizes, or a strange size, and a lot of people have looked far and wide trying to find sleeves for this game, and they used to exist. I can't remember which company made this size, but they're no longer in print, and they're really hard to find, or they're expensive. And so I talked to the factory about some really nice, just premium, thick. I can't remember the thickness on these, but they're nice. They're the nicest card sleeves I've ever had. I'm not a big sleever. I don't sleeve my games all that often. But I typically buy sleeves that are way cheaper than this, like way cheaper in quality. And I was really impressed with how these shuffle, how they slide. These are a little bit bigger than the cards because these are for just a typical poker size. But this is to show the quality as far as prototypes and whatnot. But yeah, really pumped about this. So if you're a sleever, I think you're going to be satisfied with the quality and the overall what you get with these sleeves. And then let's talk about the boards. So a lot of people messaged me or emailed me wanting boards that were dual layered, just to make it easier for the cubes to sit inside the slots, right? That way you got your slot there on number 18. Hey, it's not going to go anywhere. You have to move it pretty doggone hard to get that to do anything. And so just to be able to track your progress on things, which round is it, how many turns, all that good stuff. And these are just dual layered. The final version is going to be triple layered. So on this side, you'll have this layout, and then on the back side, you'll have the vertical layout. That way you can turn it sideways, and again, whichever layout you want for your personal play area. And then the resource track, it will also have a dual layered version as well. This one only needs 2 layers because the back's the same. But moving on to the final board. So wanted a way to track all the leader stats and data and whatnot. And so this is our solution for that. You get this nice dual layered board. You just slide the card into, and then you can throw your cubes on there. Oh, but not purple. No, not purple, because several people mentioned that, you know, these numbers aren't necessarily always 1 through 5 or 0 through 5, 1 through 6. You know, this one's nice, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But what about this one? 0, 0, 1, 2, 3. Like, sometimes it can be kind of hard to remember what number is underneath. So in that case, we're going to give you several clear cubes. That way you can put those on there, and then you can see the number underneath without having to pick the cube up. And remember, you'll just be able to look straight down at the board, and oh, there it is. I remember that. And then you can just kind of easily slide these in and out. You want to change that one on a whim? Hey, just that easy. And so, yeah, really excited for that as well. And then just to wrap things up, the rulebook is going to get a handful of clarifications. There's just some really good questions that came out on Board Game Geek and online in general, where people were just asking mostly for clarity. And so we put together all the clarifications necessary just to make the game run as smoothly as possible. There were no real like big misprints or mistakes or anything like that. It's just a handful of places that needed just a little bit more explanation. Going to also try to add in some examples into the rule book. You know, this is a heavy game. Like, it's kind of complicated, kind of complex. And so we want players to be able to read the rule book, understand how to play, and then play it. That's the point of designing and publishing games. It's not just to sell them. It is for people to play them and enjoy them. And so we want to make that as simple and as streamlined as possible. So the rule book will get a little bit of an update as well. Again, nothing major, just some clarity. And that will also be available in PDF. So even if you're even if you're a backer of the previous campaign and you don't want to buy any of this stuff, totally fine, totally cool. I totally understand. And so the rulebook will be available online, where you can check out any of the new stuff. But anyway, hopefully that all looks cool to you. Again, I'm very, very pleased with how all of this has come out. I'm glad that we were able to figure out how to put it all in a relatively small box still, right? It's not that much different. This is a little bit smaller than what the final is going to be, but I mean, you're not talking about that big of a difference overall, right? But we're still able to just jam-pack this thing full of greatness, full of content, full of wonderful gameplay, and hopefully it looks good to you. Hopefully it looks like something you would want to put on your table. But anyway, thank you so much for checking out the video, and have an excellent day.